let's just see if the shoulder responds. I'm optimistic as the doctor. You know, I'm optimistic as far as Kobe Bryant is concerned. Same doctor that did both, same injury.
Is Terrence Crawford and Vasil Lomachenko the most talented and gifted fighters on your roster, and are they the future when it comes to top rank?
Well, I don't know if they're the future. We have, I mean, they're great, very talented fighters and terrific. But the guy who I think is going to be super big is the kid from Puerto Rico, Verdea, who's fighting on HBO in Madison Square Garden on June 13th. I think he is something sensational. But so is Lomachenko, and so is Terrence Crawford.
Big press conference. How did Manny do it? How did it go?
You understand when you do a rotating cuff, you demobilize the shoulder. So how the hell does he know how he's doing? How does anybody know what he's doing? You know, if you ask Kobe Bryant a couple of weeks after his surgery, how is he doing? What's he going to say to you? How the hell does he know?
Is there a timeline? Is there 9 months? A general?
No. Everybody heals different. The most optimistic thing that I have is that Manny will could go into training after 6 months. But that is a timeline that is based on averages, and people aren't average. Some people recover quicker, and some people take longer, and some people never recover.
You said he had that injury since 2008. Is it safe to say he had some of his best wins with that injury?
Yes, that's that's a good question, because what the doctor said, that there are pitchers in the major leagues who are pitching now and striking out batters who have 90% tears in their rotator cuff, and it doesn't affect them, right? See, so Manny, since the De La Hoya fight, has had that tear, but it gave him a little discomfort. But then, he rested a couple of days and it was fine. This one, he sort of injured it, and it was up, and they gave him the shots, and then he was fine. So a rotator cuff is a really strange injury. Everybody thinks once there's a little tear, it's over, but that's not true. That's not true. There are football players playing with torn rotator cuffs, Major League Baseball players.
Now, Floyd said that he injured his hand as well. Roger Mayweather was talking about.
Floyd has injured hands. I know, because
so does that make it an even fight, or?
I don't know. It's even, but all of these guys at the highest level have injuries. Now, certain injuries you can fight through, and certain injuries, when they reoccur in a fight, are too painful to really perform at your best. But I don't know any fighter, really, I'm sure there are some, at the top level who doesn't go into a fight with some kind of injury.
So how likely is a rematch at this point, Bob?
What?
How likely is a rematch?
I have no idea. All I know is on the Pacquiao side, with me, it hasn't been discussed. Because why discuss it until we know that the guy can fight again? I don't want to be an alarmist. I think, the doctor assures that he can and everything, but it's not a minor operation.
Do you give Floyd any credit for winning a fight at this magnitude?
Floyd's a great fighter. He's a great fighter, a great technician. I'm sure he gets credit. I mean, even most fighters, even with Manny hurting his shoulder, couldn't compete against Pacquiao. Floyd competed very well. Nobody says he's not one of the great fighters of our era, if not the greatest.
Bob, I gotta ask you this. I spoke to Oscar De La Hoya, and I asked him, who do you want to see Lucas Matisse fight next? And he told me Brandon Rios. What do you think about what's a good fight for Brandon?
I love that fight. I love Oscar. See, Oscar knows what makes a good fight. I think Rios Matisse would be a sensational fight.
And Oscar also wanted to see Pacquiao versus Matisse. Oscar De La Hoya.
Yeah, but that's not going to happen.
Are you concerned with the fans' lawsuits that they're filing against Pacquiao?
No, because there's such case law that fans, don't have a standing to sue.
Bob, what did you think about the 4.4 million pay-per-view buys? And you're involved in this fight. I mean, it made history.
That's a lot more than 4 points.
Really?
Yeah, that's a preliminary number. It'll go real hot. May not hit 5, but it's going to be closer to 5 than 4.4.
Is there any fight that you think could break it in the near future?
Of course, there'll be a fight maybe, I don't know about near future, but 10, 15 years from now, when we watch, everybody going to watch on their phones and iPad.
Radio.
Yeah, we're going to do 10, 12 million.
What's your overall thought now that everything this is over? You said it's one of the toughest promotions you had to deal with. Now that it's done, how do you feel about it?
Oh, good. It's, things that are hard going through. Once you go through them and you reach the end, it doesn't seem like it was so bad. It was pretty bad going through it.
Would you do business with them again, Bob? Or, I mean, how's that side going? Not going through it once, would you do it again?
Well, the results were certainly good.